Yes guys, welcome back to the channel. Just in the office, putting in a bit of graph on the computer. It's Wednesday today, so the main focus for today is to chill out a little bit, promote recovery. You might be able to hear, but I've got a little bit of man flu going on, I've got a sore throat. This month, it's the 30th of April today, it's been the best month that we've ever had for the business by an absolute mile in terms of revenue, and most importantly the amount of clients that we brought into the business has been absolutely amazing. I'm so happy with how things are going with my business at the moment. The team's absolutely fantastic. We brought on a new coach this month. He's already starting to work with some new clients as well, so it's just amazing to be building that proper team unit and to be producing some amazing results. I'll touch on the business later on in the video, but today just going to do a little bit of an update in terms of where I'm at with training and how I'm going to be promoting recovery today. It goes without saying, obviously, with the success this month, it's just been a lot going on. It's been a lot for me to handle. It's been stressful, it's been good stress, just a lot of moving parts, a lot of conversations with a lot of different people, lots and lots of calls with the team, new people coming on board, and I've definitely been feeling it. I'm not sure whether that's why I've actually gotten ill, but today I did a rowing workout this morning. I actually pulled my hamstring on Saturday, which was really annoying. I was on a stag do and actually bet my client that I could run faster from the pool to the beach, obviously as a sprint, and pulled my hamstring. It's a little bit ironic that the coach gets injured and the client was totally fine. But anyway, so I'm not running certainly for this week. Hopefully I'll be back to it next week. So did some rowing intervals this morning, jumped in the sauna for 25 minutes again to promote that recovery. And I'll always try and take a good few hours off on Wednesday afternoon. No one can book in for calls. I try and do most of my work in the morning and just relax as much as possible. So in about half an hour, I'm going to be heading down to the pool to do a bit of tanning, a bit of relaxing, and I'll probably carry on the video then. But yeah, Wednesday's all about recovery. I'm up early tomorrow, back to it. But yeah, things are flying. I'll update later on in the video. So in terms of training this week, what I'm doing to work around this hamstring injury is, cardio wise, I was able to row fine today. I seem to only get a lot of pain in my hamstring when I actually extend it, when I try and stretch it. So if you can visualize an RDL where you keep your legs relatively straight and you push your hips back, that gives me a lot of pain. So yeah, rowing was totally fine because you don't really stretch your hamstrings too much when you row. Running is going to be out of the equation probably for the next week. So I'll probably jump on the cross trainer later on this week and then probably jump on the bike on the weekend and do an outdoor bike session to replace my usual Sunday long run, and then hopefully things start to recover from there. Strength training wise, upper body is totally fine. Leg day, I've had to adapt that quite a bit. I can't do any hinging, can't do any RDLs, can't do any hamstring curls. I managed to do some glute cable kickbacks yesterday just to get a bit of activation there, do some bridges, leg extensions, calves, core work. So I can move around, I can work around things. Definitely not going to lose any muscle, and then hopefully I can start to build back the training intensity next week. But just trying to stay positive, just focus on what I can do. It's going to be a good opportunity to utilize less intense training volume this week, so appetite will be lower. So from a fat loss standpoint, it's going to be much easier. We've got a holiday booked in 7 weeks, so I'm trying to trim down probably a couple of kg before then, which for me is probably going to be pretty easy. I've pulled back my calories this week to around 2,600, which is probably 500 to 600 per day, less than what I was consuming before. I was maintaining my physique on around 32, 3,300, so I should lean up fairly quickly with that, but I'm basically barely doing any steps this week because of the hamstring. Like, it really hurts. Well, it hurts to go on kind of longer walks. If I try and run quickly, I just feel like I'm pulling it again. So I've probably been averaging about less than 5,000 steps a day, but that's what I'm doing with training. Back in the gym tomorrow to do upper body. Then I'll have a very light leg day, probably on Friday or Saturday, and then some cardio in between that. So that's the update there. Bit irritating because I was really starting to build my running mileage up to really build the base through summer before we start the marathon prep at the end of this year. But it is what it is. I'm not going to moan about it. It's been a good opportunity to just have a little bit more time to just get everything that I need to get done with my work. But not making excuses. I would have got training done anyway. But yeah, gonna head down to the pool. I'm not sure I've ever actually recorded the pool on the channel. As you can see there, if I zoom in, nice pool. I think it is probably 20, 25 meters long. Just we're on the 9th floor here. I'm not sure I've ever done a tour of this apartment. As you can see, there's a horrendous looking building next to us. It's really unfortunate, to be honest, because this apartment is amazing. It's absolutely massive. It's got a huge living room, separate kitchen. It's got 2 bedrooms, one of which I'm in now, and then the other bedroom is my office. But the area that we're in is actually really nice. Business Bay, just across from the canal. It's a 20-minute walk to downtown, if you know Dubai well. But just the air quality around here, because of buildings like that, is just horrendous. So when you go for walks, you literally feel like you're just inhaling the fumes. It's really annoying. It's really bad for your skin as well. Like when I go back to the UK or I go on holiday, I have literally spotless skin. Whereas in Dubai, I get a few breakouts, and it's definitely because of that. But yeah, we're going to be moving at the end of the year, but we've got this until the end of November. And obviously we're going away for a couple of months in summer, but it's amazing for now. It's such a nice apartment, I'd say. Just a little bit unfortunate about the buildings around here. So if you are looking to get an apartment in Dubai, I would definitely look at what potentially is going to get built next to it, because it completely ruins the view. But anyway, it is what it is. Not complaining. I'm going to head down to the pool now. We're going to get a coffee on the way and then head down to the pool.
Hello. Going to the pool.
We're getting coffee, go to the pool, and then we decide later on that we're going to go to a nice healthy restaurant in Jumeirah, which is near the beach. Super clean. It's basically meal prep, but it's nicer. And then go to the beach, and that'll be it.
Get some steps, have healthy food, because we are on diets.
Not diets.
I'm on a diet.
She has to diet to lose weight.
I have to diet hard to lose weight.
I just reduced my calories in MyFitnessPal and my weight drops overnight.
Meanwhile, I've been dieting for a month and I've lost half a kilo.
That's not a very good way to promote your coaching.
It's not my coaching, it's just me.
The methods do work. See the screen. Nice. So that is the tanning done for the day. About an hour outside, that's all we need to top it up. I've got some content booked with the videographer next Tuesday, so need to be looking fresh for that. That'll probably be one of the last, well, I'm probably gonna try and get maybe 2 more sessions done with the videographer in a gym with some training tutorial stuff, some photos, some videos, because with us going away for summer, obviously I'm not gonna be working with that videographer for a couple of months. And I'm also gonna try and, I also am gonna get more educational YouTube stuff filmed on the whiteboard of him, so that we can put one of those out for, well, every week for summer basically. We've already done 4, uploaded one a couple of days ago, got some good feedback so far. So really trying to provide education on the channel, like pure just education in terms of this is how to set up your training, this is what to do with your nutrition, and then also provide an insight into what I do personally so that people can pick up tips and tricks along the way. But I was talking about earlier on the video about the business this month. I feel like everything's just coming together now. I think all the hard work and the things that I've changed over the last 6 months are really starting to kind of come to fruition now. And I think there's a few key reasons why it's really starting to take off. I've got a really good new team member that helps me with lead generation, communicating with people on Instagram. So that's obviously allowed us to book in more consultation calls from my followers on Instagram, and then obviously it's down to me to convert them on the sales call and get them into the program and start training them and start having them part of the community. So that's been absolutely key. And I think as well, I know that because of obviously the consistent client results, testimonials, transformations that we put out, we do 2 to 3 a week at the moment. That really, really helps when people are coming on sales calls, because they can see that me and the team do, like, we practice what we preach, first of all, with our own content, but we also get everyone else that we work with amazing results. Because as crazy as it sounds, there's a lot of coaches that just aren't very good coaches and they don't get very good results for their clients, which is absolutely mad. So that's something we've really, really been pushing over the last few months, is just consistency of results, both on my page, on the brand page, and also through stories as well. Really, really dialed in on the customer journey as well. Just making sure that in the first 4 weeks, when a new client comes on board the program, whether they're working with me or whether they're working with one of the other coaches, that they have a pretty much flawless experience, making sure that everything's nice and streamlined. They move through, the first week of training, they can ask us questions, they book in for a call with us, they can have a meal plan created if they want that, just so they feel like they're really, really supported in the first 4 weeks. And that's going to result in them getting that quick buy-in, that quick winning, obviously getting some sort of a result in the first 4 weeks. And I really think if you can get a client seeing results in the first 4 weeks and they're enjoying things, they're probably going to be good to go, and we can just continue to help them and support them along their journey. If they don't get that quick win and buy-in in the 4 weeks, it becomes difficult, because from their point of view, they're like, why would I be putting in all this work into the program, into a program, if I'm not seeing results? Sometimes it can be down to the coaching. Like, you as the coach need to probably put in more effort, but also they need to put in effort as well. Like, you can't force someone to go to the gym, especially with online coaching. And then obviously, because they're getting good results in the first 4 weeks, we get a high amount of referrals. Half the people we bring on every month are through referrals, whether that's them seeing us on Instagram and then reaching out and communicating with us in the DMs, or whether that's literally a client sending us details of someone to reach out of, or whether they've got in touch with us. So referrals have been absolutely massive. You generally get really, really good clients coming on board because they tend to be similar to the client that's referred you. They also usually understand the sort of price as well, the price point. So that's never usually a barrier on the call as well. So those are just a few things that we've really done. But I think the main thing, honestly, is just solid communication between the coaches and the clients, pretty swift responses on WhatsApp, not leaving people hanging for 3 or 4 days in the messages. If they've got a question, get back to them quickly so that they feel fully supported, and obviously just coach them to a high standard as well, like really educate them, get them the result. And I think that's what's really, really worked for us. So it's nothing groundbreaking, it's no new marketing tactic, it's literally just rinse, repeat, results, quality service, literally just rinse and repeat that process. That's really, well, it is working very, very well for us at the moment. So the main thing for us now is just to keep that up, keep the results coming out, keep everyone on the program happy, make sure that I'm checking in with people, make sure they're happy as well, and make sure that we're building out the team in an efficient way. So I think that's why we're really, really starting to see it take off now. We're off to get some food. I'm low on protein today.
Same.
I ordered a protein shake on InstaShop and it didn't come, so we're 25 grams lower than where we need to be. So we're gonna fill up on protein. But this place we're going is really, really nice.
Loads of chicken.
Decaf coffee. Let's go. Tell us what you've ordered.
A chicken roll, so it's peri chicken. I took a screenshot to log on MyFitnessPal because we're dieting if you didn't know already. Peri chicken, white rice, broccoli, mushrooms, tomatoes.
Yep.
47 grams protein, 470 calories. Nice.
Yep. I'm not dying. I'm just leaning out a little bit. I don't need to diet.
That's a diet.
I don't like to call it a diet.
It's a lifestyle.
I got a salmon bowl with lots of veg, coconut jasmine rice, which is unreal, and a side of prawn tails because I'm low on protein. So I'll show you the food when it comes, and we might get a little bit of a dessert as well. It's the place I mentioned before called Nourish in Jumeirah. Teriyaki salmon with coconut jasmine rice, avocado, veggies, then shrimp with extra veg because we got the veg free. And then we got chicken and rice, vegetables. Lush. Unreal. That is the food done.
Full bellies. I can't see the screen.
Definitely satiated from the protein, but not feeling gross. That's the benefit of eating good quality food.
Eating clean.
Now we're going to drive to the beach, get some steps to promote that digestion, just living and breathing, health, and then we'll have some chocolate later on.
Oh yeah, we've got some cows left for chocolate.
Yeah, maybe.
If it fits your macros.
We'll see.
Bit late on the driving video, but anyways, we're almost at the beach.
We are at the beach now, obviously. Gonna box off a few thousand steps. And that'll be the video. I'm gonna end it here. Short and sweet. 2 videos up this week. We're absolutely pumping them out. We'll check in probably next week or later on this week. That is the day in the life. Recovery, more of a relaxed day. Bosh.